Good morning, everybody. So today I want to talk about something that I really, I'd really hope that I would never ever have to talk about being a citizen of the United States. But unfortunately, we're really to that point, guys, that we're in deep shit, and there's some really bad stuff going on. I came across some information this morning that that really kind of shook me to my core. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the fact that we now have armed goons going door to door looking for, well, supposedly looking for illegals. Okay, so they're really just looking for people that they can round up and people that are quote unquote undesirable. That's my opinion. We have that going on. And that's disturbing, really disturbing and scary. Um, and then we have another issue that I just learned about today. Okay, so here's what's going on in some cities. I know Seattle's one. There's a city in Pennsylvania doing it, and I know that there's a couple of places in California running this program. Okay, so here's the deal. So you know how we have our city government, and city government's job is to, well, any government's job is to extract every fucking thing they can out of you. They will suck you dry and just throw away the bones. Okay, so here's their latest scheme. Okay, oh my god, sorry, my throat hurts. Okay, sorry, my birds. Okay. Ugh, every time. So what they have going on is they are in some cities, they have designed this program to it's really in the guise of making sure you're rental housing, that you're a safe tenant, and that there are no violations. So they are literally sending out city agents, these little fucking pencil neck bureaucrats with their little clipboard, to go to rental homes and demand entry, and they go through your place with a fine-tooth comb looking for things like clutter, or just making sure you're up to snuff. And if they find something, then you get a violation. And of course that violation comes with fees. Okay, so here we go, the money machine's moving, and they've just found a new way to extract from you. Um, so what do you do if the ice goons or these pencil neck bureaucrats show up at your home demanding entry? Most people are scared. You get scared, your brain shuts down, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm just going to let them in, right? That is the last thing you want to do. You do not have to let these people in unless they have a warrant. Okay, here's where they're going to try to trick you. So they're going to say, oh, yeah, we have a warrant. Okay. And what they do is they present something called an administrative warrant. Okay. And that's just really a little permission slip that the government gives to gain entry to your property, um, and violate your Fourth Amendment rights. Okay, your Fourth Amendment is, your right to be uh, safe in your I don't know how property possessions. Illegal search and seizures. Okay, prevents illegal search and seizure. Sorry, I am having difficulty today. Okay, so that is an administrative warrant. Okay, and typically an administrative warrant is not going to have your address, and it's not signed by an actual judge. What you do is, before you open that door, you do not open the door. You just say, do you have a warrant? And if they say yes, you just go to the window and say, hold it up to the window or slide it under the door. Okay, and if it's not a specific warrant for your address with your name, and signed by an actual judge, it is not a warrant. You don't have to let them in. Now, if they have a warrant that is, specific, and has your name on it and signed by a judge, that's called a judicial warrant. Okay. And that's, at that point, yeah, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to let him in. But most of the time, these idiots are just going to present what's called an administrative warrant. Oh, I call it a fake warrant, and in the hopes that you don't know any better, and that you get scared and your critical thinking skills shut down, and you let them in. Okay. It's really important that you know the difference, and it's really important that you stand your ground against this stuff. Okay. And the people say, but I don't have anything to hide. Doesn't matter. So let's say these city people come in and I've got maybe one too many crates of fucking scrapbook material in my closet. Oh, there's a violation. And they'll probably find more with me. I'm sure they will. Just saying. And they'll find stuff with you too. That's what they come out here to do. And with ICE, I mean, it's just, I can't even go there. It's so heavy and so daunting. But really, what I wanted you guys to understand is the difference between, the judicial warrant and an administrative warrant. And make sure you know your rights and make sure you exercise them. The other thing I would do is I would contact your city officials preemptively and just say, hey, I'm aware of this program and don't you fucking dare try to pull that crap here. I'm actually thinking about running for city council here in Anderson. Not something I ever thought I would do, but I don't know. I think I could do a good job and hopefully protect our little town from some of this tyranny. And if you're called to do something like that, I highly encourage you to do it. We need people like us that are awake and aware and that don't put up with any bullshit. So anyway, have a great Saturday. Sorry about the noise.